All right. We're getting ready to go live on YouTube. And here we go. Welcome to Saturday morning at the outhouse. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that's where we are. As you see, I got Squirt in the studio with me.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Glad to see you here this morning.
Absolutely. Good to see everybody here. Man, today's a special day. We're actually launching an app, and we've been talking about it for a while. We do have, I love that the Nightbot has put a link to it in here. We probably need to make sure that we jump in and do that, but that way we can pin that up to the top. Welcome to Saturday morning. Number one, if you just stumbled on this video because you came to my YouTube channel, we're talking about the app today. We're actually doing a launch. We did a soft launch a while back, let some people play with it, got some feedback, got some information, and added some more stuff to it. We think it's an amazing price. We've got it set up pretty well. We've really got it set up. The first coach I ever hired was $2,500 a month.
Okay.
30 grand a year. And I learned a lot. But the good thing is,
Yep.
matter of fact, guys, I'm going to go take care of a problem real quick. Squirt, so say hello to everybody.
Everybody, good morning. Happy Saturday. We're here talking about the Wakefield app. It's a new thing that we've got going on, and we're launching it to help you, to get Roger on your team and in your corner, to help you on your journey or your path to where you're headed. Helping your business today, it's founder's price, half price. Lock it in now. It'll be set for a long time for you. It'll be a wonderful thing.
Oh, sorry. I had to go whistle at the garbage truck backing up, beeping and stuff. Okay, not really. That was a joke. Let me back up. If you just stumbled into this and this is not what you're looking for, I get it. Go to the YouTube channel, hit the search bar up top, search what you're looking for. But I got some amazing people in here, and I always do have. So I'm going to jump in the comments real quick, say hello. If you've got a question, please put a question in, put a Q in front of it. We are going to be talking a lot about the app today, what all we've got in it, what all we're going to have in it, different things like that. So let's jump in and say hello to some people. Randy Sheehan, I guess the F means forever. Thank you very much. Good to see you in here. Denver Charboy, my brother, what's going on? Good to see you. Since we roasted the twin brothers.
Hey, we didn't roast them, okay? We just
Pointed out facts.
Shed some light from some experience. I mean, that's all.
I want to check. Well, I'll tell you a little bit. I want to check on some stuff. But we did. Look, I saw a post that they had made about a product. I thought the product sounded kind of scammy.
Yep.
When I mentioned it to you, you're like, it sounds scammy to me.
It sounds rough, yeah.
I mean, we're going to fix a leak by just dropping some stuff in your water line. I used to do that with my radiator when I was a kid, when I was broke, when I had no money. If my radiator started leaking, I'd put some of that fix-a-leak in it and drive it around and hope and seal it up. Not really realizing I'm really jacking up my radiator. But anyway, we're talking about different stuff today. So, Cool Architect, good to see you in the house. Says Roger is the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I've taken a shower, so I don't smell that way. Roger's haircut is a solar panel for a love machine. Yes, it is. I normally don't tell people that. We are ready. Yeah. There's the app right there. I'll favorite that. Let y'all see that up there. Because we're going to be talking about this app all morning long. And Denver says, Roger, would you ever do a video on how you cut rod at the right length for supporting hangers? Ooh. Man, that's a good video. Denver, I like that. That's really a great idea. So, yes, we will. I'll tell you that right now. Squirt helps come up with my ideas, and you just planted something in his head. That is a good thing. Yep. So, first of all, let me start off. Man, got to do this right. This video is sponsored by the Wakefield app.
It is.
Man, this app is going to be so good, guys. Not going to be. It is. We've already started getting in and playing with it. We've been working on this for a
good while now. Yeah, I'd say just about a year.
We've been working on this for a year, and I want to see. Man, I really want to show it, but I don't want to mess things up. I think that I can do this and do this and do this and this. And say, this is what we're talking about right here. I mean, I'm just saying. If you've got that app, I'll tell you what, let's do this.
Give me the 3 bars here.
Right now?
Yeah.
Give them to you. Come way over here and go here.
Give us home.
Home. So that is the home screen on the app. Man, I got to tell you, y'all look at this. There's a lot of stuff here. Here's one of my favorite things about the app. When you sign up for free, and there's a free version, we've also got paid versions, and what we're doing today for our launch, basically you get 50% off each level. We've got that price set up in it right now.
Yes.
And anybody who buys right now anybody who buys today, because it's launch day,
yep,
gets 50% off for the rest of their life. Meaning if they move up from an apprentice to a journeyman to a master to an entrepreneur, you're good. You're going to be 50% off. We'll find a way to make that work. And you're going to get the different bonus things you get at all the different levels. So we really have. We've had fun working on this. It's really cool. So I'm just saying, man, getting back to it, and I'm trying to figure out where my mouse is. It's way over there, and I think it's over here.
There you go.
And so anyway, look, we're having fun with this, but the main reason to buy today, you get 50% off forever. And like I said, this video is sponsored by the Wakefield app, which really is the best tradesman app on the market. I've had so many people that have gotten into it so far, Squirt, that have said, look, the morning motivational thing that you do,
yep,
which is called Wake Up with Wakefield. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of coaching. I've hired a bunch of coaches, and I do a lot of morning motivationals. There's so many different things that I do, but I always looked in and thought, why isn't there anything like this for the trades?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I came to you with the idea, you're like, Dad, I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
I
support
pretty cool.
that one because, just trades need support too, man. Like, why not hear some good things for a change? Because most of the time, a long time ago, people looked down on people in the trades.
Right.
But now things are starting to change and they're starting to understand, wait, they are important too. And, I love that. That's a great thing. It's been good.
It's been real good. Okay, just want to reach out over here, and I don't know what happened. My live access just got moved. I don't know. I may need Alex to come in here and take a peek at that. We either just got kicked out of TikTok or Instagram. Not sure which. Sorry, guys. Hope y'all jump over to YouTube and say hello. But anyway, the thing is, and Alex, I need to focus in here, please. The app is amazing. And after looking at other people, seeing what they do and different things they had going on, I wanted to start with something amazing, the Wakefield app. And I really did. I thought that was so cool. So we're going to get going and talk about some other things. I'm going to jump back in the comments real quick. But anybody who does get into the app and go into the paid levels, there's so many different things that you get and so many different ways that we've got it set up. But truthfully, if you want to be a good tradesman, if you're just half-ass, do what you do. Don't worry about it. If you're just showing up every day for a check, don't worry about it. But if you're one of these people that you are wanting to be the very best of the best, you know you want to move up, you know when you want to grow, you know when you want to learn, you know you want to develop that positive mindset, get it. And the first, you know what? Let me know when you sign up for the paid version, because we're going to do something cool. Chris Wilson, thank you very much. I love that. Jason Smith is now the goats. Now you're a goat too.
All right.
Man, he smells like one. I'm just saying. Salma Harfosh says, Roger, we love you. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny. I was in Nick Nemeth and Daryl's channel a while ago, or Nick's channel.
Yep.
And Daryl was in there and we were talking and some different stuff. And it was really funny because they're like, hey, we were talking about you earlier. And Daryl looks at me and says, well, wait, isn't that a Roger cup? He says, oh, yeah. He says, look, we're friends with Roger. Roger's great. I'm like, I love that they love me. So, Salma, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chris Wilson says, just passed my master plumbing test here in Texas. Man, congratulations.
Good job.
That is such an accomplishment, and it's such an amazing feeling. So, Chris, man, congratulations to you. Tell me this, Chris, and I'll try to look over here at, and I'm gonna scroll down to where I'm current. I'll try to look over here at the live stream to make sure that I'm good. But what I'm asking is, how hard was it? Did you feel like you were prepared for it? Where did you go for your master study guide, or what course did you take, or did you? I'd be interested in hearing. Brother Derek Fannin from LinkedIn says hello. And the amazing Lori A. McNeil. Guys, if you are not following Lori's channel on YouTube, looking at what she does, and then looking at her website, if you're starting a company, if you're growing a company, when it comes to branding, marketing, man, she knows what it's all about. So, Lori, amazing seeing you in here. I hope everything's going well. Number 4. Derek Fannin says, what's the price? Squirt, what's the price?
Price, man, for the first tier today is $29. Alec, the phone.
Oh, yeah, this one here. We got kicked out.
First level is $29. I believe the next one is $69. And the top one today is $129.
And there's another one coming for the entrepreneur level. And what that is all about is literally, you have so much access to me. You're invited to special events. Welcome back. TikTok, Instagram. If y'all have got questions, please jump over to Instagram please jump over to YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. You're probably going to have a better opportunity on YouTube, but I'd love to hear y'all's questions. But here's the deal. If you buy in right now at $29 for the apprentice level app,
Yep.
you move up to a journeyman in 4 years, and you've got so much great information that you want to learn what they learn at the journeyman level. You go up to I think it's the $129 level, but you're at half price. You're at that $69 level. So we've got it set up to where anybody who gets in now, we're calling y'all the founders. You will be part of a special community. There will be events that only people in our app are invited to here at the Outhouse.
Yes.
We're building an event center. We're looking at, we're looking at zip lining. We're looking at a swimming pond, a fishing pond. We're looking at skeet ranges. We're looking at gun ranges.
ATV trails.
The four-wheelers, the trails for the ATV. So, guys, we're looking at some cool stuff because we want to host events, not just for tradespeople, but for everybody. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't want to be spectacular, if you don't want to be amazing, this app is not for you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to say, look, this is how you do more. This is how you do better. This is how you learn. This is how you grow. This is how you make more money. If you're comfortable where you're at and you can look back at yourself from 5 years from now, if you can look back and say, look, I'm right where I was 5 years ago and I'm happy where I'm at, man, good for you. I've always wanted to grow. Special shout out to Mr. Alex Yates. Brother, how are you doing? Good to see you in here.
Good morning.
Talk about help building the app.
That's right.
Yeah, a plumber does not get in with pipe wrenches, channel locks, and crescent wrenches and build an app. Just so y'all know that, you've got to have an amazing team behind you, and Alex is a big part of that team. So good seeing you in here, brother. Thank you so much. Sergio Rangel says, love your videos, Roger. Thank you for everything you show us. One of my favorite things about the app, video free.
Yep.
Because we're putting our top videos in there.
Yes.
Which videos are we putting in there?
I think we've got our top 25 YouTube videos in there, all ad free.
Isn't that amazing? I love that. That right there is like, look, because I pay for YouTube Premium. I don't like it. And it literally expired, and I freaked out. Because I logged into a video yesterday, and it starts showing a commercial, and I'm like, what the, what? And I'm like, something's wrong.
Yep.
And I get in there and play with it, and I go to another area where my downloads are, and it says, well, these are available with
Premium.
the paid version. And I'm like, wait just a minute. So I go into it to where I buy stuff, and it says, oh, your account has been paused. Well, apparently my credit card expired recently. So they paused it like 3 days ago, and I didn't notice it till yesterday. So anyway. Did you see any comment up from Chris about his test? Test is 308 questions. I was able to take it at a testing center set up at our local junior college. It was challenging in the sense that I'm more of a hands-on guy. Well, number one, good for you, brother. I appreciate that. Anybody who hasn't done it yet, if you're in here right now and you have Apple, which all of us in this room now do.
All of us do.
All of us do. You can text the word Wakefield to 26786. If you have an Android, you can text the word I know, Android, that's a tough thing for me to say. You can text the word outhouse to 26786 and check out the app. Like I said, guys, there's a free version. So don't feel like you have to buy anything. Jump in there and look at it. If I didn't want to grow, if I just wanted to stay very complacent right where I'm at and not move ahead, not move up, make more money, I'd get the free version just to see what all's there.
Yeah.
I'd get in, play with it, look at it, and say, wow, this is pretty cool. I might learn enough to help me want to step up my game.
Man, sign up to the laborer level. Get to listen to your origin story, kind of how everything started for you way back.
Back when he was still a
Back
spark
before
right
I
there.
was around, and then the morning motivationals. That's all. Sign up for that laborer level.
And those are
it's
free.
free. It's free. No big deal. Sign up. Get it. Check them out, man. We've put some effort into them, man. They're pretty good.
We have shot a lot of special content just for the app.
Yep.
I mean, a lot. Literally, I mean, I remember when we started talking to Daryl about this, we were in Southern Utah, SUSU, Southern Utah State University.
Yep.
And literally, he's like, how many videos can you shoot a week? I said, probably about 60. And he's just like, you're a video creating beast. But it's because I have an amazing team. People do things to help make it where I can do that. And it does. It makes it easy. But in the last year, we've shot a ton of videos just for this app. And like I said, we've, let me see if I can do this right here. No, maybe not. Maybe right there. We literally, we have spent a ton of time building this thing out, working with people like Alex and the other people on our team to make sure that we get everything dialed in right the way we want it. So I would love it if everybody here downloaded it and at least told me what you think about it. You're never going to get better pricing.
Nope.
We'll never do this again. This is half price the rest of your life. And once we fill up the founder level, it's done. And at that point, we're going to be hosting some events that everybody there is going to want to come to. Yeah. Joe Wood says, I passed my plumbing inspector exam. Thanks for your advice on studying the UPC. Joe, I tell you, I love the UPC study guide for me when it comes to studying. And that's something that we're building out in one of the levels.
Yes. That'll be coming. Go
ahead. Should we tell people a little bit about guys? This is one of my favorite things about what we do. We've literally gone through, and look, I've been plumbing 45 years now, almost 45 years. I've gone through the IPC and UPC and all the different chapters and put together my questions that are based off all these, and they're worded the way I would word it in the field, the way I would ask you about it, the way I would, if I were, you can ask Randy about growing up. It wasn't easy. And if Randy had an exam that said, you know, what colors are on the Texas flag? Oh, that's easy. It's red, white, and blue. I'd ask him questions like, what is red one of the primary colors for? And he'd be like, wait, what? And it's like, what is red one of the primary colors for? And he's like, Dad, I don't know, a lot of things. No. What we're thinking about and talking about right now, what is that a primary color for? He's like, the Texas flag. It's like, okay. And he's like, Dad, that's not how they're going to answer it. I said, I don't care. I'm not writing the test, but I want you to hear it from the way my mind works. But Randy'd come in the next day like, well, I made 100 on the exam. Well, yeah, you knew everything frontwards, backwards, and upside down. And he hated it at the time.
So frustrating because I'm a super thinker and a spreadsheet guy. And here's the question, here's the answers. They're not going to ask me what you're trying to ask me. Like, yes, I could know that, but that's not the test.
But then when it came time for the test, he looks at everything and he knows it immediately because of the way I made him. And I call it thinking around the corner. Yeah. You've got to know what's around the corner and think about how you get there without being able to look straight at it. And man, it's a great way to teach. But anyway, I think the UPC study guide is amazing. We've taken it. We're building out sections for the apprentice and even the journeyman, because some of the journeymen want to take the master exam. But we're building out a training based on the way we see it, the way we look at it, and knowing what the test is all about. And guys, here's the thing. Here's what's good about this right now. The questions on the test just changed. So who took the test a while ago? Chris. Chris, I hope that, he says, I purchased the study guide. Okay, I'm sure it's the UPC. Test is code and admin heavy, so study it hard. Remember to study your formulas. There's a lot of formula questions in there. And my favorite questions on the test are the math questions. You know, if you've got a cylinder that's 48 inches wide and 12 inches tall and it's half full, how many gallons is that? And it's like, here we go. It's like, I love that stuff. Urban Karasson says, hello, it's 6 p.m. in Sweden. Well, man, I am glad that you were here. It is now 6:26 p.m. in Sweden. And it is, just so you know, it is 11, and I say 26. I'm looking at 3 different clocks. It's 11:24 here in the United States, or 11:23, depending on where you look. But, yeah, 11:23 in the morning. So you're a little bit, be honest, you've already had a great Saturday. It's just now our start. Jason Smith says, I want to subscribe to the Journeyman Level 1. Can't afford it right now. Jason, here's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to be able to afford it now better than you can any other time. But here's what I want to tell you. The money you spend right now is going to make you make more money. That's what that's what the apprentice and the journeyman are really, that's what really all the levels are about. If you're an apprentice, how do you make more money? I teach people an interview process that will get them more money the day they start. Because when they walk in and go through the interview process, and me and you've talked about that, and I've talked to Gus, one of the founders of the biggest plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, garage door, handyman company in Dallas. And I told him my interview process that I teach. And I said, what do you think about that? He said, if somebody walks in and talks to me like you just did, they get at least $2 an hour more right then. Okay? Right then. In a 40-hour week, that's $80. That pays for whatever the app's right there in 1 week. And you're going to make it 52 weeks out of the year. I have put together things that I've learned along the way, not just from being in the trade for 44 years, but from being coached by speaker coaches, by business coaches, by trades coaches, so many different things.
Yeah, you've learned from people that study people. Like,
yeah.
Good way to put it. That's, because that gives you some new perspectives, some new insights and directions and ways of thinking. And truly, like, a lot of people ask me whenever I was coming up, because whenever they'd give me an opportunity, I kind of hit the charts running, and, you know, they're like, wait, like, how do you do that? How did you do this? I shut up. I listened. I asked a lot of questions, and then I strived for the top, because being at the top, I didn't worry about being laid off of a job ever. Even whenever there were no jobs to send me to, they were like, well, look, we do have this thing out of town. If you could do it, I know I'll have a spot when you get back. Okay, hey, I'll help a little bit, no problem. And I did. We went and got some school started up by the end of summer. So it really ended up being a good thing for everybody in the big run.
Okay, now I'm going to answer this one because Denver Sharboy says, Squirt, what made you decide on the plumbing trade? He didn't. He got drug into the plumbing trade, and as soon as he saw a light, a tunnel, a way to go another direction, he did. So yeah, why'd you become a pipe fitter, not a plumber?
That's right. Yes. So like, I grew up, my whole family was plumbers, so I did know plumbing. And whenever I was going into the union, since I didn't technically work for plumbing companies, I just worked with all my plumber family members. They didn't want to give me credit. So I said, look, well, then I'm going to go in as a pipe fitter. I want to learn something new that I don't know. And one of the things that intrigued me most about plumbing was I asked him, hey, well, how do you solder? Like fire, torches.
Saw me playing with fire, and he's like, ooh, I like that.
Stuff, yeah. It's just like, hey, wait, hold on. You get to do stuff like that's neat. That's cool. So that intrigued me, and I became a pipe fitter, and I loved it. I was really good.
Derek Fannin says, congrats on the app. Hope it takes off. You know, Derek is going to. The more people that see it, the more that get in and see it. I literally, when we first got the preliminary version, we sent it out to several people, and they're like, oh my God, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this for the trades. There's not. And that's why we decided to do what we're doing. So yeah, it's going to. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Eddie Lammers says the trades and being a tradesman is awesome. And Eddie, there's more to it than that. Anybody can get a job. And I talk to entrepreneurs all the time. Y'all know that. My other YouTube channel is called The Trade Talks. We interview people. And I've had so many people jump in here lately and say, man, I've been binge watching that channel, and I've learned so much about growing a business. And that's kind of what we do it for. How'd you get in the trades? What made you want to become a great tradesman? What did you have to learn to start a business? And then how do you keep the phone ringing? So there's a lot of different things there. But that's what we started putting all this app together for, because it is great to be a tradesman. And it's such, I've got out of the trades and tried a lot of other things. I've been a hairstylist, a massage therapist, a bouncer, a bodyguard, a bartender, a marketing magician. I stick with the plumbing. I love it. And it's the most prideful career I've ever had in my life. Jonathan Jacobs says, when are you going to squash the beef with the twins? When are you going to squash the beef with the twins? Man, it's not squashing a beef. I'm just trying to be honest here. They literally made a video about a product, and it's the pea.
Yeah, the aqua pea.
And they were talking about how amazing this thing is. And then in that same video, they're like, or you could be crazy like Roger Wakefield and tunnel under the house and make the repair. And sometimes we tunnel, sometimes we make a hole in the floor, sometimes we reroute. It's options, which is what we give our customers. Is it expensive to do? Absolutely. But when you take a piece of epoxy, drop it in a water line, turn it on, hope that it finds the hole, which, as we showed in the video, it doesn't always happen. It's just not a good product. And then in another video, they're like, well, we stuck 3 in and it still didn't work. Well, where do you think those epoxy balls end up? Well, if you turn on a tub, it's going to end up in your tub and shower valve. If you turn on a kitchen faucet, it's going to end up in there. It is a scammy product. And the fact that they believe in it and support it and are trying to tell people it's amazing, it's not a beef. When I see people doing good plumbing, I pat them on the back and brag on them. Yep. When I see people scamming people, I tend to point that out too. So Jonathan, it's not a beef. I have nothing against them. I've met them. They're nice guys. The first one I met, I think, was Jim in San Diego. He asked to take a selfie. I did. I smiled. I was friendly. I'd already seen them. I knew who they were. Yep. I don't try to have a beef with anybody, to be honest. LaRule, Adarazak says, hi there, guys. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. How much fun? I mean, you've been to conferences with me.
Sharing knowledge is what it's about, man.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Because we get approached by so many different people. And I can remember the first conference that I went to with them. 100 people all said, man, I watch you because of your water heater video, your toilet videos, your sink videos, it was always something different all day long. And it blew my mind. Yep. But it's all about passing on the knowledge to help everybody, because that's what we're here for, man. We're a team.
Look, Randy sees this like I do. We've talked about this. We've done the research. There's 1 million unfilled trades jobs right now. 1 million. I was on Dr. Phil a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, in the next 3 years, it's going to be 3 to 4 million unfilled jobs. And if I can teach people how to get in and get those jobs, the people that come in right now, I kid you not, the people, and I'm going to use the app because the way it's laid out. People that come in the app and start out at the apprentice level, and then the journeyman level, and then come up to the master level. These are the people that are going to be the entrepreneurs in the future. They're going to own their own businesses. They're going to charge good money. They're going to know how to make profit. They're not going to open a business and say, hey, I'm going to be the cheapest plumber in town so I can get busy. Nobody wants to be the cheapest anywhere. And you know what? Some people do, because there are people like that out there. Don't get my app. It's not for you. I want people that want to get in and want to become the very best. And that's what we created this whole daggone thing for. Chris Reeves says, good morning. Out golfing today, sponsoring kids soccer. So are you golfing or sponsoring soccer? I mean, no, I understand. I'm playing with you. Hello, Miss Amanda Shipman. How are you today? Good morning to you. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. And we're almost up to 70 people. Everybody do me a favor and just put in the comments where you're from and what you do. Love to know where in the world different people are talking to us from and what it is they do. And I'm looking down at the comments, if you happen to have a company like Central Therm or something, and you want to talk a little bit about that, Mr. Michael Sakaras, go ahead and put that in there. Good to see you in here, brother. It's so funny. I was looking at pictures yesterday that I sent you from being at the Central Therm event in Miami. And man, just such an amazing company. And I love the product and what they do. So it's really, really cool. Miter999 says, can being a service plumber be lucrative? Yeah. Doing hydrojetting, fixing toilets, etc. Sending you guys love from Texas. Well, Miter999, I want to know what part of Texas you're in. My thing is, you can get rich being a plumber, not just lucrative. I remember speaking at a real estate event one time, and this lady came up to me and says, I don't know why I never thought plumbers made a lot of money. I said, well, we do pretty good. I said, what changed your mind? She says, well, I live in this certain part of Allen. Nice area. She said, there's this one house that's on 2 lots, the biggest house in the neighborhood, up on the hill, beautiful. And she said, I just found out the other day that a guy who owns this plumbing company down here owns it. Yep. So, well, we do make pretty good money. So it's not a bad deal. You can literally, Miter999, I'm going to tell you this. You can make as much money as you want to make as you're willing to learn and grow to make what you want to make. And that's what we're talking about today is the Wakefield app. And remember that this video is sponsored by the Wakefield app. It is the best tradesman app out there. I've looked at a lot of other apps. I haven't seen anything that does what we do, that does it the way that we do it. I mean, we're actually live streaming on the app right now. I didn't even think about that. And I say we are. I don't know where I got to click. It's one of these over here. Come over here to live stream. This one here.
Click. Is it not starting?
What's it say right here? I can't tell. Oh, it says upcoming. Oh, I don't know why. Apparently our API didn't work.
Oh,
so, okay, maybe we're not live streaming on the app like I thought of. This is things that we were supposed to double check during the week that we apparently did not do. But we will get that stuff figured out.
Yeah,
and that's
another step.
That's the good thing about it is, look, we're learning and we're growing and we're doing really cool stuff. Hello, Michael Sakaras. How are you doing? Welcome to our Saturday morning here at the Outhouse. Look, Centrotherm. I love it. I've got Centrotherm swimsuit, I've got T-shirts, and all kinds of cool stuff. But an amazing product. Guys, most of y'all that install tankless water heaters have no idea that even though the tankless manufacturer says, hey, PVC vents are fine, the PVC company that manufactures that vent pipe says, hey, we're not designed for vent pipe for a tankless water heater. Yep. So interesting stuff. Check out Centrotherm, fellas. Cool Architect says, imagine if someone invented a toilet bowl that has height adjustments. That would be cool. Can't disagree. You know what we need to invent is a seat that has like multiple layers that fold down. Then it just gets higher and higher and higher. It's the first thing that popped into my mind. My brother, Big John, says, you do it. Congrats on the app launch. Thank you, brother. John, man, I would love to hear from you because, look, I know you understand this stuff. Man, just jump in. Tell me what you think. We've had so much fun doing it. The clown show. We could call it that. We've been called worse.
Yeah.
Laurier McNeil says, I am not in the trades, but I learn new things from Roger all the time. He has valuable content for everyone. Don't miss out. Count me in for the first event. Sounds fun. Lori McNeil, you're invited. Thank you so much. That is wonderful. Gil Garcia, hello, everyone. Chris Wilson says, purchase the study guide on Amazon, and that helped out a ton. The test is very code and admin heavy, so study that hard. Remember to study your formulas. Huge. Brother Mikey Pops is in the house. And I'm looking at my watch just so I know I got to speed up a little bit. I'm getting behind on my comments. Good afternoon, Mr. Wakefield and fellow plumbers and Squirt.
Yeah.
You know, pipe fitter extraordinaire. Jason Smith says, love the app, Roger, and I do want to move up. I will subscribe when inflation goes down. Well, there's an election coming up. We can control that, but we gotta make some changes here. G Moore says, Apprentice here, I got your app for now. I got the free version. Convinced hearing you talk about the benefits for the apprentice and journeyman. Guys, if we just learn from the plumber that we work for, and I want y'all to think about this, and I do not mean this bad to any plumber out there, but if you only learn from the plumber you're working for, and he's been a plumber for 25 years, and that's where he is a plumber, he's not moving up. He's not learning. He's not growing. Any of y'all that have ever heard me speak on stage, ever heard me talk right here, guys, you've got to invest in yourself to grow. And most people don't. Most people in the trades, from the day they get their license, they think, I got in this trade to be a plumber. Now I'm a plumber. I never have to learn again. And that's fine. We need plumbers. There's going to be a lot of people that are plumbers for the rest of their lives. And then at the age of 60 or 70, they're like, look, I didn't make enough money to put any up. I don't have a retirement plan. So I'm going to keep working till I die. I know people like this. We know people like this. Yep. Guys, here's the deal. Invest in yourself. Learn how to grow. Learn how to invest more in yourself. Learn how to get more for what you do each and every day. If you don't, you're going to be stuck right where you're at. Now, these apps are, what, $29, $69, $129, somewhere around in there. Yeah. And I'm guessing, so I'm hoping I'm pretty close. But guys, here's the deal. If you're not willing to invest that much, I mean, to some of y'all, even the $129, that could be what you spent at dinner for last night. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, do you really expect that you're going to grow? Because if you keep doing the same things you've been doing, you're going to get the same results. And for most people, that's staying right where they're at, and they don't get it. And it was so neat when I got into the union after 17 years working open shop, I started learning and I started growing and I started being like, wow, you know what? It's funny because the more I learn, the more money I make.
Yeah. Like a lot of guys used to ask me, you know, like why did I enjoy the union so much? And it's like, guys, because there's so much knowledge available. It was easy to call down to the hall and go, hey, I want to take a class this month. What's available? Oh, well, hey, here, we've got a couple things that you could take if you want. You know, have you taken these? Well, no, I hadn't taken that one. Let me go learn that. Why not? Let's add it. And learning from different people, like you said, that's huge, you know. A lot of guys used to ask me, Well, my journeyman's telling me to do this way. Well, look, Cub, do it their way, learn their way. You're going to learn a lot of different journeyman's ways. And then when you turn out and you get your license, you get to pick your way, and you get to teach apprentices the best ways you learned to do it from all the different people.
You know, I think this is great. And I'm looking at some of the questions over here. So I'm trying to come up with certain things here.
Okay.
If an apprentice bought the app right now, that'd be like spending 17 cents an hour for a year.
Yeah.
To pay for it. 17 cents an hour. So when I hear people say, look, this is too high, I can't afford it, I can't do it, I'm thinking, you're not willing to spend 17 cents an hour to invest in, because there's questions over here. I want to grow as an apprentice. Where do I learn? Right here. It's the Wakefield app.
Yep.
It's easy. And that's the apprentice level. And don't get me wrong, that's at the sale price, which means after we do our founders and our launch, it's going to go up to 69. So it's going to double thereabout. It's going to be like 34 cents an hour. If you're making $15 an hour to $20 an hour and you can afford 34 cents to grow, to become better, to become wiser, to learn how to make more money, I don't understand that. And like I said, guys, my first investment was Michael Gerber at $2,500 a month. And I promise you, he was not giving me as much as we've got in this app. You got to sit and talk to him and ask questions and stuff like that, but it was completely different. So, G. Moore, thank you so much. Mikey Pop says, Roger, is there a particular type of CAD drawing software that you can recommend for isometric permit submittals? Number one, if it's a residential house, draw it yourself. Get some ISO paper, draw it yourself. Easiest way to do. For a CAD drawing for ISO,
AutoCAD. I mean, it's
the biggest one in the world, and I'm sure they have an ISO section where you can rotate.
There's a spot to be able to do ISOs. Yeah.
The amazing Miss Julie Wakefield, or Julie Jones. Sorry about that. Saw something different there. Says, hi, Roger and Randy. Congratulations on this big day. You have worked so hard on the app. It's going to change lives. I'm so happy for you. And I love that because, look, Julie has got in here and looked at it. Julie helped me build Texas Green Plumbing. She is a plumbing coach and has been for a long time. She's doing other things now, but she's seen what we've done. We've talked to her along the way. Hey, we wanted to do this. I want to do this for people starting up a business, and I want to do this for entrepreneurs to really help them grow. So it's been great to be able to bounce stuff off her. So Julie Jones, thank you so much. Denver Charboy, what is up, brother? I know you laugh at me. Smiley's Tips and Tricks, says that sounds familiar. iCast Enterprises is in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Howdy from Tennessee. Hello from Texas. Urban Carlson says, can you shoot some air to air, air to water, and air to ground heat pumps? Man, we don't do a lot of heat pumps here. Now, we're looking at it. We've got a heat pump water heater out there.
Yep.
We're also looking at geothermal right now. We're looking at solar right now. So there's a lot of different things that we're looking at. Urban Carlson, I don't have a lot of videos on them right now. I do have a couple of heat pump water heater videos out there that if you're interested in it, I would go check them out. Eddie Lemmer says, Proverbs 22:29, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. I love it, brother. Look, guys, we can all become skilled in our work. You've just got to learn from better people. You know, when we first started doing YouTube, we just got on YouTube and learned how to do it, and we figured it out ourselves, but we couldn't grow. Then when we started bringing in coaches, consultants, trainers, people to review our channel, people to do different things, we started growing. And we'd take that information, we'd learn from it, we'd go deep with it. Meaning, if I give you a lesson on how to go through a job interview process, and you go through to the company that you're going to go to, and you understand their mission statement, their vision statement, how long they've been around, who the key personnel are, and you can walk in and say, look, I love the fact that the owner of the company did this, or went on a mission trip for 2 years to, Somalia or whatever. And when you can sit down and talk with someone about that, they're like, oh my gosh, I love the fact that you've done so much research on our company. So, guys, you've got to learn how to get better. If you don't learn to get better, you're going to stay right where you're at.
Yeah, if you don't learn anything, you're stuck. There's nothing to gain. Like I don't have any better way to rephrase that really. But if you learn something new, guess what? That gives the boss a reason to pay you more. But if you strive for the top, you can work in the field forever. Sure, you can be just a plumber and make good money. Yeah, no problem. But if you strive to own your own company, you can make great money. Okay, it's there, but you've got to put in that effort. You've got to learn. The app, each tier's laid out to help you fly through those stages and give you the information that you need.
Sorry, I just want to.
I think it's on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I just went over here and looked at that, and I thought, wait a minute, why is this not working?
I know I meant to do it before we went live on those, but
I'll find it here in a second because
give us a rotation over there also.
I
Please,
keep hitting it, keeps bouncing off.
Huh.
Anyway, okay,
We'll keep an eye.
we're still here, and I'll play with that in a second. Here's the thing. Look, some people don't want to move up. Some people are like, look, I've got a job, I make money, I don't want to try any harder, I don't want to learn any more. And how they ever come up with this, I don't need to make more money. That blows my mind. If you want to be the best, it's easy right now because most people getting in the trades aren't trying to be. We talk all the time about people. Randy is a glutton for punishment. When he would walk on a job site, they normally show you around and they say, this is the old guy. Nobody wants to work with him. He said, no, that's who I want to be with. And they're like, no, you don't understand. Nobody wants to be with him. He's grumpy. He's ornery. He knows everything in the world. And either you do it his way or you don't do it any other way.
I'd love to work with him.
Yeah, it's like, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go introduce myself right now as his new apprentice or whatever it is. And look, I'm not saying I'm always nice. I mean, I made a video the other day kind of bashing somebody for being scammy. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, you either learn to be the best or you don't. And Randy made a comment about it a while ago. He never had to look for jobs. But it wasn't like, hey, you're the first one we're going to let go. It was, hey, wait, you can do this, this, and this. I'm going to let go of these three people because really you can do all these. It's like, okay, I got this. Guys, try to become the very best. And if you're not, man, I feel for you. Smalls, tips and tricks. Says, what would you suggest transitioning to for lifetime plumbers who are too old to keep working in the field or guys whose injuries prevent them from working? What can they do within plumbing? I think you've kind of rode this ride, so I'm going to try to find my dilly here.
So one of the things that I hear from a lot of my customers over on the Leak Pro side is leak detection. A lot of guys I get are older plumbers that are looking for something more simple to do, and leak detection is great for them because plumbers know plumbing. So moving into leak detection and learning it is great, and you can create your own company to be able to do that. And it's not very body demanding. It's more patience and taking the time to work through the process. So leak detection is a really good thing within the plumbing industry that you could move into.
And it's not strenuous on your body. Estimating, CAD, anything at all like that. There's a million different things there that you can do. And sorry, I'm trying to do something for y'all, believe it or not.
I was going to say, yeah, like there's lots of office jobs. I worked in an office for one of the largest MEP companies here in Texas. And there's so many different aspects within things. If you're getting older, hire in for a larger company, be a safety guy. I knew a lot of elderly safety guys that were actually really cool. And I blew a lot of their minds because they're like, holy crap, like you're always following all the rules. Why? I said, because I don't want you stopping me from doing my work. Because you know how many times y'all stopped me like in the middle of something like, oh, wait, you need to hook this one thing on here. I'm like, no, now I just make sure I've got everything hooked everywhere and all this stuff.
From the get-go.
Don't mess with me. Let me do my job, please. Don't interrupt.
You know, it's really neat because there are opportunities. I mean, you can move up to one day own your own company. So the opportunities that are out there, you've just got to reach out and say, hey, this is really what I want to do. All right. I think I'm good there. I got to get to...
Let's see. We've got iCast Enterprises. Says, and don't rip someone who is doing things correctly in order to promote something that might cause more issues. That's got to be about this Aqua-P for sure.
You know, and
other things like that.
And I love that. And he put that a good way. That they literally started bashing me, guys. It was, I saw the product and I'm just like, hey man, that product sounds scammy. That's about all that I said.
Yeah.
And I don't like scammy products. I'm one of these people that, now don't get me wrong, CIPP, cure in place plastic. That's different. You're going in, you're cleaning the inside of the pipe, you're lining it with something new. There's a lot of different deals that works on, and it makes sense. But to say, hey, we're going to take this ball of enamel or ball of epoxy, put it in a water line, hope that it goes to the leak. And then even in the video, they're like, yeah, this will fix the leak under the slab. Then in the video, they're like, well, maybe we need to bump it a little bit. And they're down there knocking on the pipe. And I'm thinking, you can't do that under a house. So many different things. And look, I'm sorry, just that's not the kind of plumbing I teach. I don't teach scammy. I don't teach salesy. I'm like, look, guys, here's what you need to do. And this is the way to do it right. Epoxy seems more like a Band-Aid. Absolutely. 100%. And I've still got to speed up a little bit. Rocky Vital says, just purchased a riser for my septic. Don't want to dig anymore. Not sure if that's plumbing, but I'll install myself. Any tips? I'm not sure what a riser for your septic is. In Texas, plumbers don't do septic. You've literally got to have a separate septic license. And I think it's because we are getting into anaerobic systems so much that there's a lot more training involved. Denver Charboy says, can you see the hourly pay increasing in the next 10 years by quite a bit? In 10 years, plumbers are making $100 an hour on the check, and that's your average everyday plumber. That is not somebody amazing. Supply and demand is fixing to make this happen. Yep. Right now, for each year, every 10 people that get out of the trades, only 4 are getting back in. Supply and demand is going to make it happen. I'm going to have to pay a good plumber, $100 an hour to work for me to handle the calls because there's not going to be that many good plumbers out there. Guys, this is why this is the opportunity to get into the trades. And I think this is the greatest time in the world for this app because it's going to help you learn what does it take for me to get better. If you're getting in the trades right now and you're looking at, I want to own my own company one day and I want to do it like Roger. I want to do things right. I want to make sure we're taking care of our customers. I want to make sure I'm learning the skill better than anybody else. And I'm not going to teach you the skill, but I'm going to give you the mindset of how to learn this skill better than anybody else. I'm teaching you the human skills. I'm teaching you the business end. I'm teaching you the knowledge side that's going to make you a lot more money. So do I see it increasing in the next 10 years? Yeah.
Way more than the last 10 years.
Yeah, a lot more than the last 10. Man, that's the truth, too.
Yep.
Mark Monaco, Chicago HVAC. Nice. Man, I love it. I've been to Chicago like 3 times here in the last few months. And I love it up there. Giordano's, brother.
That was my first Chicago deep dish ever.
And my first Chicago pizza. And I didn't go deep dish. I don't like the bread. But, oh, my gosh. Texas Apprentice Plumber for G. Morg. Thank you so much. Fixing a leaky roof for the son at the moment. You know, it's amazing what we'll do for our sons. I went scuba diving up under a house for my son, but, you know. Fixing a leaky roof, trying to get things ready for Vid Summit. Man, I am so freaking ready for Vid. I was watching Daryl and Nick Nimmin this morning, Nick and D. Can't wait for them to get to town. It's going to be good. New Jersey Master Plumber. Rocky Vital says Roughneck in Connecticut. Got to love that. Rough-a-tuck. I'm assuming that's a roughneck.
Naugatuck.
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 I looked at the end. I guess I was seeing the R above it. Naugatuck, Connecticut. Ah. It's good to have somebody with eyes in here. Derek Fannin says, Georgia master plumber, plumbing business owner. Good for you.
Nice.
Jason Smith out of the amazing Houston, Texas. Service plumber. Nick Mack, Maine plumbing, heating, cooling, Cookville, Tennessee. Gil Garcia, what's up, brother? Good to see you in here. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh, I said new comments. Good.
off.
Okay. I love that. Milder999 from Laredo, Texas. Fantastic. Smalls Tips and Tricks, Texas Master. Rock Island, Tennessee for ICAST. Zephael, brother, where have you been? What has been going on? Rocky Vital, get a post hole digger and a shovel and have fun. Man, that's what life is all about for plumbers, isn't it? Gil says, I'm from Texas, an independent computer programmer. Humble Wombat, I like that, is Texas UPC. Texas, the different cities and counties can be UPC or IPC. The big thing to check too is the addendums. What addendums do people adopt? So there you go. I've been licensed. Oh, Nick Mack, I've been licensed in business for 2 years. Now on my own, best financial decision I ever made. Nick, I'd love to talk to you about what you've done to grow, how you're growing, maybe even run an audit on the website or something and say, hey, how's your website look? We are looking at all kinds of crazy things, but Go High Level is one of them, and it has just been phenomenal. Why me? Dallas Custom Service Manager in a call center, customer service manager. I love that. Wyatt Pilcher says Plano apprentice plumber. Man, you are right down the road then.
Pretty close.
Absolutely. G. Moore says Miller999, the 956. Humble Wombat depends on the city. Absolutely. Rock Island, not far from me. G. Moore, I appreciate the information on your app. Keep it up. Guys, look, the app is amazing. It is literally, if you are wanting to get into the trade, you're an apprentice, anywhere along that route, it helps you. If you are a journeyman, it helps you a lot. If you're a business owner or even an entrepreneur and you don't have the right coach, consultant, trainer, you don't have somebody who's been there and done it, you're going to make mistakes that can cost you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. The app's a lot cheaper than that. And the cool thing is we've got it set up where people have direct contact with me,
Yep.
Q&A with me. I want to talk to you, Roger, all kinds of good stuff. So
Monthly lives. It's,
Yeah.
there's a lot. To where you get to come and actually ask your direct questions, and we get to go deeper than we do here typically.
and we're going to do a deal where we invite everybody here. We're trying to get to where we can do it like monthly. Like, hey, you're in the app, come on in. We're gonna fire up the smoker.
Yep.
We're gonna fire up the grill. Might bust out a redneck margarita machine or two. I mean,
cool
we
stuff.
might open the safe. You know, there's tequila and bourbon in there. We're gonna have fun, guys. Amanda Shipman says, Little Rock, Arkansas. My husband and I own Shipman Plumbing. Congratulations and great to see you in here. LaRule Abdurazak, I hope I got it right that time, says, hey, Roger, I'm from Algeria, which I'm sure you've never heard of. I have heard of it, so welcome to the show. You're not the first person to be here from Algeria. Says, from North Africa, started watching your videos back there in Africa before coming here to Tennessee. Again, God bless you. So, LaRule, are you working here as a plumber? How did you get a job? How easy was that to transition over? Man, just questions, but welcome, and I hope everything's going amazing for you. Eddie Lammers says, Winter Park, Orlando, HVAC, plumbing and electric, Florida certified contractor, now doing 100% work after leaving new construction. And Eddie, that's a lot like my story. I started out building residential construction, apartments, condos. Actually, my very first job was a bank remodel. Then I got into residential service. Then I got into a little bit of commercial and then commercial service. Joined the union where I did nothing but commercial new build for years. And one of the companies that I was working at, they said, hey, look, we're going to get into residential service. We're going to tell people that we have the best trained plumbers in the world and we specialize in customer service. And I'm like, well, what are y'all going to do to teach them that? And said, well, what do you mean? We're not going to do anything. Blew my mind. TikTok, Instagram, man, love to hear your questions. I see stuff popping up there, so I'm assuming that you have questions or something. If so, please go over to YouTube, search plumbing. You'll see the mustache pop up. Subscribe, jump in, look at the live stream. And, you know, if you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Just tell us, hey. And really, it's not telling us, it's telling YouTube, hey, look, I do like this. So thank y'all. So, yeah, I left new construction and opened my own residential service company, too. ICAST says, Nick Mack, where you at? Zafiel says, Leak Pro. Have you thought about new product ideas you might engineer and release for plumbers? Man, you know what? We have thought about some new ideas, to be honest. But Zafiel, our big thing is we've nailed down leak detection. I truthfully think it is the best leak detection kit for plumbers. We've redesigned the packaging. Somebody bought it the other day, and I had him on a podcast. I said, dude, what do you think about that packaging? He said, oh, my God. He said, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I put it in the truck. I know it's safe. I know it's protected. And we're constantly talking about things we can do to upgrade the protection, things that we can do to add to the units to make them better. But we've got some things we're talking about. We hadn't worked out everything yet, but we want to. So, yeah, we are. Shakis Life Forever 663. Hope I got that right. Hello, thought about being a plumber for quite some time now. I just can't decide if I should do it or not. How do I know if it's for me? Am I even looking at the right career path? You know, Shrekus, that's up to you. I would say look at my YouTube channel. I've got just a plumbing 101 or something course that'll take you through about 3 videos to kind of explain residential and commercial, service and new construction, union and non-union. I would definitely check it out. Alex Ramirez says, I have my C36 test in 2 weeks. Any tips to be prepared? Alex, what code is that test on? Is it on the IPC, the UPC, or what's it on? Good question. Nick, that's the backyard. Are you going to Dallas? Guys, Vid Summit's going to be amazing. I'm just going to tell you. Jason Smith, we get complacent. Man, that's the biggest problem with plumbers. Any skilled tradesperson, they get their professional license and they stop learning. They're like, look, I got in this trade to become a plumber. Now I am one. I'm 21. I've reached my goal in life to become a plumber.
Now let me do it.
Now just get out of my way and let me be a plumber. And they stop growing. And guys, that will kill you. Miss Lori says, never stop learning and growing no matter how many years you have been doing what you are doing. There's always something new to learn. Man, and that is the truth. And the bad thing is we don't even know what we don't know. You've got to get out and start learning. There are so many people in here that could get into the app and hear me say something and say, oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Guys, that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to put together for this. We want this to be not just a great app, not just a motivational thing, but we want it to be something that can educate you and help you learn your way up to a whole new level. Yeah. Again, if you don't want to learn and grow, guys, don't do it. This is not for everybody. If you are one of those complacent people that you're like, look, I just want to stay right here. I'm in my comfort zone. I make, and I'm not going to say minimum wage for plumbers.
Yeah.
You know, I make minimum. If you're in a union and you make scale, that's minimum wage for plumbers. You get that, right? If you're not getting more than that, if you're not getting holiday pay, if you're not getting bonuses, if you're not getting time off, if you're not getting a bunch of things, you're making minimum wage for plumbers. Learn your way up. Learn how to do some things that can help you get seen differently by the people that you work for. Nick Mack says, what's happening in Dallas? I might have missed that. What's happening in Dallas?
Vid Summit, first week of September, right here in Irving. We consider that still Dallas. Don't worry, Dallas has expanded and swallowed so many cities around
Boy,
here.
isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Better put your steel toes on because Roger is stamping toes that need stomping. Man, look, and I'm not trying to. It's just, if you're going to call me out and say that I am, oh God, what all did they say?
Crazy, you've lost your mind.
Yeah, because I believe in doing things the right way.
Maybe need to go to the nut house. A lot of stuff.
Yes. Mac, you're right. Just got to let it flow. All right. There we go. I use Service Titan and Rilla. I really enjoy Rilla for learning through myself. Do you guys use either? I never used Service Titan. I know that they were part of a company that I was a part of. I never used it. I've heard great things about it. I looked at Jobber. I started out with ASAP and Jobber, and for me they worked great. But I never grew into anything that big. But now, for the marketing end of it, guys, if you want to learn Go High Level, you need to reach out to me. It is amazing. And they teach you how to... Randy's basically building his own CRM.
All sorts of stuff. I've been tinkering with it on the League Pro side, and I've been loving it so far because everything's in one spot. And, like, not a lot of things... Everything's in one spot, so it's been great so far.
And the neat thing about it, if y'all want to learn about a CRM, I'm the guy to reach out to. You can get on Zoom at 1:00 in the morning, and there's somebody there saying, "What can I help you do?"
Yep.
And they're good at it. They completely understand it. The official white noise says, "If not your first, your last." Ricky Bobby. There you go, guys. It's about that time. Remember that this video is sponsored by the Wakefield app. If y'all want to know what we're talking about, open a new tab. Go to wakefield.app.com. No, wakefield.app. Excuse me, wakefield.app. Sorry about that.
APP.
Thanks for clicking me out or helping me out. But guys, this is an app that, look, it's not built with pipe wrenches and screwdrivers and channel locks.
No.
This thing is phenomenal. And I think I had some of the best people in the app industry help us build this. It's nothing what they expected for tradesmen. It's good stuff. Y'all are literally going to be blown away. Even if you just go get the free version, you're going to be blown away. But my thought is once you get the free version, you're going to decide, I need to invest in myself because I want to learn and grow. If you don't, I can't help you. If you don't want to invest in yourself, nobody can help you. I'm telling you right now, from what I'm looking at, you're not going to find anything cheaper that's going to help you more than what we're doing right here. Zafael says, riser for the septic is just a tube with a cover when the septic is buried below ground. Okay, I know what you're talking about. A riser for the entrance to the septic. I get it. I need about 6 of those installed. If you want to come do it, I think Squirt's going to skip out on that one. He's going to be like, yeah, that's not my thing right there, Dad. But no, I've had the Poor Pumper Society in here. Guys, there's a lot of money in septic if y'all don't know it.
I keep trying to put all digging over to the team.
There you go. Yeah, they're not doing it, I promise. Robert Reyes says, is 50 too late to start a plumbing business and to go for masters? Not at all. Not at all. Matter of fact, Robert, look at me. I didn't start YouTube till I was 54. Okay? And everybody that ever interviews me, they're like, look, I don't mean this bad, but you're not young. No, I'm not. And it blows their mind. So my thought is, it's not too late. Matter of fact, you probably have a better chance of making it at that age because you already understand what it takes to do stuff right. So good luck, man. Eli says, hey, Roger, is a Canadian red seal plumbing license recognized in the States, particularly Texas? You know, Eli, to be honest, I don't know, but what you can do is you can contact the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. If you can document your red seal, you can document your hours, you can do things like that, I think that you will have a very, very good chance. of making it. Sorry, Mike.
Oh,
The thing
I
was,
know.
yeah, I'm a little anal about some things, guys. Just saying.
Just occasionally.
Just occasionally, it's like, let me straighten my cup. You know, the OCD kicks in, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. So I would contact the Texas State Board. But Eli, do me a favor, reach out to me on LinkedIn, connect with me, and let me know how that turned out. I would really love to know that. That could be a good video.
Yeah.
Byron S. Polo Escobar. Mr. Escobar, how are you doing? What are your thoughts on solar water heaters, especially here in Texas? Man, I'm going to get on a soapbox here, Brian, because I love it. I was installing solar water heaters when Randy was a baby. I literally subbed out the work from a company. I'd go by and pick up the water heater. I'd pick up all the tubing. I'd get up on the roof. I'd mount the panels. I'd mount the circulating pump. I'd mount the PV panel on the main panel, run the wire down to circulate the pump. It was neat, and I loved it. And I have no idea why it never really took off, but I think it's such a great idea. Eric Hughes from Northeast Missouri, show me. Michael Artiega says, hey, Roger, second time in the stream, 4th month in my apprenticeship, Atlanta, Georgia. And see, Michael, you're at that perfect spot. 4th month of your apprenticeship, you're going to school, you're learning. To me, this is who we built the app for. It's the people that are coming in to apply for a job, or the people just starting out. They work with the journeyman, but he's not a great journeyman. He may teach them how to solder it. He may teach them how to put pipe in true plumb and square, but he doesn't understand the things that it's going to take to become a foreman, to become a superintendent, to become a project manager, an estimator, a detailer. There's so many opportunities ahead of you that most plumbers in the field don't even know about.
We don't know what we don't know. It's tough for me, but this is my dad, and he knows quite a bit.
Boy, that was tough. Is somebody recording this? I want to know. Hold on, don't anybody delete this video.
But like I was telling, a buddy of mine, he was asking me, he's like, well, what does, if I get the app, what am I going to gain? I said, look, if you want to get into the trades, it can help take you. He's worked them all from the bottom to the top. He's ran the companies. He's seen it all. So, and with that, why not be able to access that knowledge? Because that's the key to a lot of this app, is like, what is it? It's like, look, to get my questions answered directly from you could be huge. Can help be the differentiator, because I just ask my journeyman at work, hey, what do I need to do to become the best? Oh, well, just work hard every day. Thanks.
Yeah, that's not quite what it takes.
That's it. It takes a little more than that. It takes way more of a mindset shift than just, work hard every day. No, how do I work hard? How do I think ahead? How do I start looking ahead? All these other types of things to do. And to be able to get that knowledge that we don't know yet is a great thing.
I just tried sticking that in there. We'll see what happens. Guys, here's the deal. You've got to have somebody to learn from. Y'all have a lot more opportunity because of social media and information on the internet. And I had a library. I know most of y'all don't even know what that is. It's a building where you walk down, it's full of books, and you had to pull a book out and go home and read it. So that's what the world used to be. And when I was young, that's how we had to do stuff like that. So pretty cool. Presley Brown says, Roger, man, just wanted to say I started watching you as an apprentice a few years ago. Just took my Texas Tradesmen plumbing exam, written shop, and dollhouse, and aced all 3. Presley Brown, congratulations to you, man. I love stories like, guys, this is why I do what I do right there. Those are the stories, because I worked for several different plumbers. I worked for some really, really good ones. And I worked for some that sucked. And at the time, you don't necessarily know it because you don't know what you don't know. And, think about it. If I were working for the Rat Boys right now, and they're saying, well, hey, if you got a leak, here's the first thing you do. You roll up this ball and stick this epoxy in the water line, see if that'll fix it. Yep. Now, I don't know. I might have even been smart enough to say, wait, that sounds like a scam to me. But they're teaching people that that's the right way to fix stuff. You need to learn from people doing things right. And that's what I want to teach. Sean, thank you. Good to see you in here. Daniel Agwodi says, Roger, watching from Abuja, Nigeria. And thank you very much. Look, it blows people's mind when they come in here and we do a podcast. We come in here and shoot a video and they're like, wait, Africa, Nigeria, Sweden, where are you? Well, Roger Wakefield is global, baby. It is a good thing. Buttville, USA says, I love the attitude you guys bring into the plumbing industry. And Buttville, that's a great thing because you've got to have a positive attitude. Yep. You've got to have a willing to learn attitude. You've got to be coachable. And man, I think that mindset, once that mindset shift happens, is when you start growing. It's when you start making more money.
Yeah.
And I got to hurry. I'm getting way behind. Buttville, USA says, been sub for a while. I love the content. Thank you very much. Got an apprentice program for plumbers. I have, in a way, I've got an apprentice program in the app. Guys, it's the apprentice level or the journeyman level. If you're already a journeyman or you're just fixing to take that test or something like that, go for the journeyman. Or then again, sign up as the apprentice because you're going to get the journeyman at the discounted rate for the rest of your life as long as you don't get out. But if you sign up for the apprentice right now, it's half price. Whenever you're ready for the journeyman, it's half price. My thought, if I were a new journeyman right now, I'd sign up as the apprentice. I would watch every video, every training, anything in there, and then bump it up to the journeyman. Because you're going to get information that maybe you didn't get as an apprentice. Yep. And guys, here's the deal. When I tell people, look, know your end game. If you know you want to own a company one day, and you get in and you're not trying to be the best at every level along the way, your company's not going to be the best. You can't be a half-ass apprentice, a half-ass journeyman, a half-ass master, and then open an amazing company. It just doesn't work that way. You've got to start doing things right and working on becoming the very best at every level. Do you agree on what you've seen?
A lot of my apprentices, they used to trip out on me because they're like, you really do lead by example. You've never asked me to do something that I've never seen you do.
Yep.
I said, yeah, because if there's that one thing that I'm kind of worried about, I tell you to move. Let me do it because I can at least think about a few different things that you're not going to because of my experiences. And they're like,
there's been a lot of them.
And they're just like, oh my God, like, wow. It's like, but once I do it and understand it and get in that situation and I kind of know what to be aware of, then I want you to do it next time. Do the puzzle for us. I want you to do it next time so that you can learn that and have that experience yourself also.
I love that he lets me play with the puzzles. Instagram, TikTok, love to see y'all. If you do have questions, please jump over here to YouTube. Go to the Roger Wakefield channel. Guys, when you ask a question, please put a Q in front of it. That way I know I see it and get to it. I'm fixing to kind of speed round it here, so let's go.
Right.
Laurel says, yes, sir. Started working here in Knoxville, Tennessee as a helper after 14 years of experience in hometown, but looking forward to learning more here in stats and on my own company. Look, in the United States, I get it. I think everybody should have the long-term goal of owning their own company. I was in the trades at least 25, maybe 30 years before I thought about opening mine. Buzzbill says, new technology never stops for anyone. That's why I say learn your trade. A lot of the stuff we talk about, there are new tools, materials, techniques, and equipment every single day. iCast Enterprises says, if anyone is headed to Vid Summit, can't find a hotel close by, give me a shout. We found one 0.6 miles away and very reasonable. Laurel says, plumbing is the best job in the world. Love my job and will never get enough of it. Guys, that's the pride in the profession. Gideon says, hi, Roger. My brother-in-law is a plumber here in New Hampshire. I would like to purchase him a Leak Pro system. Is there any online training for it? Gideon, there's not an online training, but if he already understands leak detection, this equipment is going to be like whatever he's got on steroids. We do offer a plumbing here in Dallas, Texas, or outside of Dallas. If you call the number, you'll end up talking to Randy. But go online, look at it. That we don't have an online because we want people to feel the tool in their hand. We've got a training center where we've put 11 leaks out there, and we can turn one on, turn one off, and it makes it's huge to get out there and actually hear the noise and the confidence people walk out with. One of the very first trainings, the guy complained about it the whole time. You know, he paid for 3 people, so it was expensive, and he just complained. Calls back Monday evening after getting back home, says, "Hey, went out, used your equipment today, sold a job, made $21,000 today." Guys, it pays for itself. Brian Price says, "I take my journeyman test September the 6th. Congratulations and good luck for you. I'll be at Vid Summit at that time." Joseph Wilson says, "Hello, I'm Joseph. My buddy Brett Vinstra recommended you, so I've been watching you repair videos. With my current situation, it seems to be a major job that we're not sure we can tackle." Joseph, I'd say shoot a video, and we've got a subreddit, Roger Wakefield Posts. Go over there, check it out, put your video on, and say, "Hey, this is the problem we got. Does anybody have any recommendations?" Sean Strong is normally over there. A lot of good plumbers are, and we jump in every now and then. So go ask, and you'll see, and maybe you'll get some help there. Brian Fry says, "Bought my own drain machines and camera, but in 2 years, I'm going out on my own, just saving now for a work van." Good for you. I would definitely make leak detection a part of your system. Go check out leak-pro.com. Joseph Wilson says, "Any plumbers that you know of in the Northwest Indiana you could recommend?" Man, I don't know any plumbers in that area, but something we talked about the other day, creating a referral list in the community. You might jump in the Roger Wakefield Facebook group. There's 143,000 people in there. Say, "Hey, do y'all know anybody?" You might find what you're looking for. You got any hats for sale? I don't know if we have any hats on our app store.
I'm not sure.
Or not. I don't.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we do or not. Brian Fry, if not, connect with me on LinkedIn and we'll figure that out. ICAST says, "I've seen some great stuff with Go High Level. Have to chat in Dallas." Look, you don't even have to chat. Go to gohighlevel.com/Roger Wakefield and see what we got. There is a Tradesmen Built America cap, and I don't have one in here, on the app.
And a Build Your Legacy.
And a Build Your Legacy over on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, we do have some caps there. But go to gohighlevel.com/Roger Wakefield. They'll onboard you. They'll go through a call. It's $97 a month. You get 30 days free. But I think that when they're talking to you, that they can offer you, look, if you'll start paying the $97 now, we'll go through the onboarding right now as slow and as often as you want. And they said, "Roger, we have some people that call 20 times. They'll get 20 one-hour calls for under $97.
Yep.
Not a bad deal." Johnson Smith says, "How do you properly ground CSST?" You have the electrician do it. Just being honest, that's the way to do it. There is the link to the Roger Wakefield app. Guys, at least get the free version. But I'm telling you, you get a Founders Day special. You get to become a founder. And there will be a time a year or two from now where we're throwing an event and it's going to be nothing but founders. And everybody's going to say, "Man, I bought it after that, but I want to come to your party." Yeah, sorry. And we're also looking at whenever we do our conference, there will be a special Founders Day. And these people are going to get to come when nobody else gets to come. So, guys, I'm just telling you, it's definitely worth it. Joe Martinez says, "Worked for you and Randy at Great Wolf Lodge. That was my first plumbing job. Now I'm running a plumbing division and holding the master now. Hard work will get you there, and I was a convicted felon." Guys, you can be a convicted felon and still become a plumber, an electrician, an HVAC tech. You've just got to do what it takes to do it.
Good job.
Congratulations to you, Joe.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Love hearing stories like that. Presley Brown says, "Also just wondering, I'll be taking my journeyman in October. Will I have to take another dollhouse and shop test? I'm 21 when I started, 17, and want to own a company one day." No, if you've done that for your tradesman, you don't have to do that again. You may have to for your master because it's a different rough end. Why Me says, "Tub to shower conversion. What do I need to look for in finding somebody to do it? What questions do I need to ask?" I don't know. We're going to be trying that here pretty soon, so you might just hang around and watch one of our videos. You can call just about any plumbing company and tell them you want to do it. Most of them may not want to go the full-blown remodel. So you may have to get a general contractor, somebody like that. Dash Morton says, my 12-year-old son was the first non-high schooler to go to a vocational college camp for plumbing in Sanford, Maine. My son's inspiration is Roger Wakefield, believe it or not. We have hope. Dash Morton, I'll say this. Do me a favor and connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to send your son something. Just we got a little swag thing that we do, so it's kind of neat sometimes. Jared Tucker, what the what? Welcome to the house, brother. Good to see you in here. Jason says we got a little Canadian in the house. Calgary master plumber and journeyman gas fitter. Good to have you in here. My brother Tersh Blissett, what is up? Says, yo, Roger was watching on TikTok, but happened over to YouTube. I love it. I'll be in Dallas for the high level conference in a few weeks. I will be there. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about that. So yeah, I'm doing a lot with high level now. I'll be there. I bought a ultra VIP ticket for that one. So Tersh, love to see you. And I don't know if you want to come in and shoot a podcast that week while you're here, let me know. I know that you and Amber, I've sent her your stuff, so we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Jared Tucker says, I'm still dealing with the city of Fort Worth about residents that do not have public water, can now run a water hose to your neighbor's house with a water hose to get public water. That's scary. Neither residents have backflow preventers or vacuum breakers. City water department and code enforcement have nothing to do with this. TCEQ understands the concerns and says this is not acceptable, but no one will take responsibility. Jared, I'd say reach out to me. That might be a good video. Matter of fact, I know it would be. So yeah, I'd love to hear that. Ariel Loza says, Saludos de los Plumbing in Houston, Texas. Glad to have you here. Not bot. Go, go, go. Denver Shaw Boy says, Roger, watching your flushable wipes video, do you still think flushing them down is a problem, even though lots of the ones you did broke off easily? Look, I think there's certain brands that you can buy. I do. I think I do. They dissolve. Okay. Guys, I tested the Cottonelle. I shook them up. They dissolved like a freaking.
Oh, yeah. It is still here.
I mean, this one here, and I don't even know when it was, but I mean, it's there, but you can walk in it. It's like pulling a cotton ball apart. To me, that's not going to clog up much. Rusty King says, you're weird. Joe Martinez says, that was a duplicate. Church says, we will make the podcast happen. Jared Tucker says, thank you. Brother, I'd love to talk to you. I really would. Guys, here's the deal. Today's video is sponsored by the Wakefield app. If you're in the trades, the Wakefield app will help you grow. It doesn't matter to me if you're an apprentice, a journeyman, a master, or an entrepreneur. We have put years of coaching and training together to help you get what's good for you. Right now, it is the Founders Day price. It's half price. As soon as we fill up our Founders level, we're done. Not we're done, but you won't get it at half price anymore. And we've literally got it set up where you have half price for the rest of your life. So as you move up a level, you're good. And the events that we're going to do here are going to make it worth it. I'm telling you that right there. Just for the invitation to this event, I would sign up for whatever level. Evan says, hey, Roger, big fan. I look up to you. I'm a 16-year-old going to school for this trade and was just wondering what your biggest tip would be for a beginner trying to impress people in the field. Number one, don't try to impress them. Try to be the best you can be each and every day. Don't try to go overboard. Just be the best person you can be. Be the best learner. Be the best or most coachable person. Do things like that. It's going to make all the difference in the world.
I got a quick one to impress people in the field. Stay one step ahead. Know what they're about to do next and have it ready.
Man, yeah,
that's what impressed this man.
When you get there, you've done well. But you can't do that just starting out.
You can't do it on day one.
Ask questions. Don't ask the same question twice. If somebody takes time to teach you something, take time to learn it. Even if you've got to write it down and go home and think about it again. Amir Azizi says, can I go from being a plumber to contracting custom homes? Absolutely. What steps do you take? You take the steps to find out what licensing you have to be a contractor and things like that. Guys, I want to say thank y'all so much for today. This has been fun. As we've said before, this video was sponsored by the Wakefield app. If you want an app that's going to help you learn, that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you
Level up.
you feel good about yourself, help you learn your way up, it's a great app. And while we're doing this founder special, it's half price. It's going to be good. People on TikTok, people on Instagram, great having y'all in here today. Anybody can go to wakefield.app and check it out.
Or search it.
There's a free version. Yeah, search it. Or just go to wakefield.app or go to your store, wherever you buy apps, and search the Wakefield app. You'll find it there. You can text 26786 or text the word Wakefield to 26786. If you have Apple, text the word Outhouse to 26786 if you have Android. So guys, thank you all for being here. Happy freaking Saturday to you. College football's on the way, and I am so excited about it. But I just want to tell you all, thank you for being here. From me and Squirt both, and great having you here today.
It's great to be here. Love to support this app, man. We've put a lot of effort into it for you.
Yeah,
For you.
yeah, it is. It is for you. So, guys, thank you so much. Am I here next week? Where am I at?
I
think I am. Maybe. I think I'm here next week.
I'm not for certain.
Yeah, I'm not. Next week's Labor Day weekend.
I think it's Labor Day.
Sorry,
It's
guys,
right
I'm not here
before-
next week, and I don't know that I'm here the next week.
No, it's probably gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit.
So buy the app. You'll get to see me every day.
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, helping you make more money in the trades.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.